Hello and welcome back to home. Alright. My name is Siri. What's on the TV? The TV still flickered some indecipherable channel. Alright. Let's figure out what's in the attic. Okay. There's like chains and stuff. Is there anything important up here? Okay. There was a large cardboard box that hadn't been sealed. Did I open it? Yes. Inside the old cardboard box was a pile of clothes, photos, and even shoes. As I looked closer, I realized they were Rachel's. What were you doing here, Rachel? Were you responsible for poor Norman downstairs? Did my girlfriend kill everyone? Okay, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. What on earth? Is my girlfriend going to kill me? I wasn't entirely surprised to find this here. This? That's the only thing I've seen in this episode that doesn't really... Yeah, anyway. It was one of Rachel's old fall coats. I always wondered what happened to it. How long had it been there? There was a well-maintained gun cabinet here in Norman's room. I didn't know much about guns, but it looked like he kept a few hunting rifles. Okay. Long as he doesn't get back up and try to hunt me, I'm completely fine with that. You can just stay dead. I used the hairpin to pick the lock. The hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away. The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape back then. Out. That night continued to take horrible turn after horrible turn. It had been weeks since I'd last seen Norman. But to find him like that, who could have done that to him? Seeing that dusty box of those old clothes was a shock. How long had they been there? And what was Rachel doing at Norman's place? I felt like I only discovered more questions, no answers. But I was close to home. It was time to find out the truth. It was locked. This wasn't the right gate. Oh. The gate was locked tight. This wasn't my house. Well, which one is? Ah, this one. Okay. The gate was locked tight. It wasn't my house. Wait, okay. The neighborhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out as if someone hadn't pushed it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? Yes. The envelope was addressed to Norman. There was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. I took a deep breath and tore open the package. Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did, well, it was wrong. My husband isn't an easy man to be with, but he is my husband, and your friend. I need some time to sort this out, away from you both. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to tell him. Norman. I'm going to tell him Norman. So don't you think you can hold that against me? Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure I even want to. But he deserves at least that much. Goodbye. So... did what? What did she do? Oh, blood. That must be my house. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. Blood? Definitely my house. Because blood's just everywhere around me. So it only makes sense that it's bloody at my house too. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. I remember having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? The door to the basement, it was locked. Where had I put the damned key? Wait, what's that? There was a small pile of mail on the floor, in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there. Did I open it? Well, I don't know what a credit card bill has to do with this story, but I suppose so, yes. I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about cancelling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? The front door was locked from the inside. I couldn't go out, though I needed to see if Rachel was here. Okay. Going up. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. Why is everything locked in my house? Is this locked? Okay, no. I had found the last missing piece from my wallet. The old photo of Rachel. The old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminding me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it anyway? Yes. I replaced the photo in my wallet, feeling like I had got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Our television. I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterward, but by then, it was too late. Okay. Our hallway mirror had been smashed, its pieces scattered around the floor. I couldn't really make myself out anymore. I wasn't sure I wanted to. Why? Our sink which needed to be replaced. One of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't got around to fixing it yet. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. We're going to come across her dead. My laptop had been left on, and only a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key in the top drawer of my desk. Did I take it? Yes. I pocketed the key. I'm only going to assume that that's the key to the basement. Anyway, let's keep going. The books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I looked more closely, it looked like the man in that house had some of the same books as I did. My wife's. Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling what was in it. Did I open it? Yes. Rachel's suitcase contained clothes, toiletries, and a train ticket. Is this what you were going to do with Norman? Didn't the letter say that she was going to leave? And that she'd already done something with Norman? Oh well. I unlocked the basement door. Huh. 2 animations at once. There were old Christmas decorations in the box. The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key here. Did I take the key? Yes. I took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked. There were old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. I had put up this divider wall last summer so we could create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished it yet, so the door was stuck and the drywall was poorly installed. I might have been able to break through if I found something heavy enough. I'd put up the blah 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 blah. I need to find something heavy enough. Alright. I will find something heavy enough in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I think this game is making me lose my mind.